Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, The Glammed Rebel. I hope everyone's having a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe for daily updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Liam and Thomas's bitter rivalry returns. Hope at the heart of the drama. What happens next revealed. The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers suggest that the rivalry between Liam Spencer and Thomas Forrester may soon return. Will Hope Logan, once again, be at the center of a fierce feud? Thomas will be on screen by early September, so his B&B return is sure to bring some drama. Liam has never been a big fan of Thomas, so he may become more cautious when he hears that Steffi Forrester's brother is back in the picture. Of course, there are some valid reasons to be cautious given Thomas's history. Thomas was previously obsessed with Hope for years, so Liam won't want him reverting to bad behavior and fixating on her. That CLD certainly happen if Thmaz and Paris ping a mess engagement crumbles. Liam will never fully trust Thomas when it comes to Hope, no matter how many times Thomas claims to be rehabilitated. Recently, there has been a lot of discussion on the show about Beth Spencer, who was stolen from Liam and Hope as a baby as part of a money-making scheme. Reese Buckingham made Hope and Liam believe Beth was deceased, but Thomas kept the secret once he found out the truth. That's always been a Circe F. Contentin and distrust Fr. Liam T. Throw in the fact that Hope's betrayal with Thomas blew up her marriage to Liam, and it's easy to see why he may hold some grudges upon Thomas's return. Liam worked hard to convince Hope she should reunite with Carter Walton, but he may worry Thomas's comeback could ruin things. Even if Daphne Rose is to blame for Hope and Carter's breakup instead, Liam won't want Thomas sniffing around Hope next. Now that Liam is hopeful about having a long life ahead of him, he wants to spend it protecting the people he cares about. This encompasses Hope, particularly now that Liam has been reconnecting with her and fortifying their relationship. Deep down, Liam may still desire Hope for himself, which could reignite his rivalry with Thomas in the future. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Thomas and Liam could clash over Hope eventually. So stick with us for updates on Liam's reaction to the news of Thomas's homecoming. The bold and the beautiful has always thrived on rivalries. Those deeply personal, often decades-long battles between families, lovers, and frenemies that keep the audience glued to the screen. Few rivalries recently have carried as much heat and tension as the one between Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. Their conflict has revolved around much more than jealousy or business competition. It has been about love, betrayal, obsession, and the woman at the center of their lives. Hope Logan, Annika Noel. With Thomas confirmed to return by early September, fans are already bracing for a reignited clash between these two men, who have a long history of distrusting and despising one another. But this time, the stakes might be higher than ever. Liam has recently emerged from one of the most challenging periods of his life, while Thomas returns carrying his own intricate romantic relationships. At the center of all this, once again, is Hope, whose heart, loyalty, and future may determine the outcome of this bitter rivalry. In this article, we will dive deeply into the layers of Liam and Thomas's feud, examine how Hope might be dragged back into conflict, scrutinize the writer's potential future directions, and dissect why this storyline continues to captivate viewers. Liam versus Thomas, a history written in distrust. To understand where this rivalry is heading, it's important to look at how it began and why it's so deeply ingrained in both men. Thomas's obsession with Hope. Years ago, Thomas developed an intense, often dangerous obsession with Hope. He didn't just pursue her romantically. He manipulated, schemed, and at times crossed serious moral lines to get closer to her. The pinnacle of Thomas's worst behavior came during the Hope for the Future storyline, where he used his young son, Douglas, as a pawn in his pursuit of Hope. This obsession caused immense pain, not only for Hope, but also for Liam, who felt helpless as Thomas continued to insinuate himself into their lives. Liam never believed Thomas's intentions were pure, and in many cases he was right. The Beth baby scandal. Perhaps the most unforgivable chapter in Thomas's history with Liam and Hope was the Beth storyline. When Reese Buckingham orchestrated a baby switch scheme that left Hope and Liam believing their daughter had died, Thomas eventually learnt the truth. Instead of immediately coming forward, he kept quiet, using that secret as leverage. Despite Thomas's eventual reversal, the damage had already occurred. For Liam, this wasn't just about betrayal. It was about the fact that Thomas let him and Hope grieve their daughter unnecessarily. That kind of wound doesn't heal easily. Hope's betrayal with Thomas. The situation grew even messier when Hope eventually crossed lines with Thomas herself, sparking moments of betrayal that shattered her marriage to Liam. While Hope tried to move forward, Liam saw this as the ultimate confirmation of his worst fears, that Thomas's presence was always a danger to their marriage and family stability. Liam's new lease on life. Recently, Liam faced his own harrowing ordeal with a health scare and what he thought was a fatal diagnosis. For weeks, he believed his life was ending, only to learn the shocking truth that he had been misled. Coming out of that nightmare, Liam feels more determined than ever to protect the people he loves and live his life fully. That includes reconnecting with Hope. Their bond, which has always run deep despite betrayals and heartbreak, has been slowly rebuilding. Liam has been spending more time with her, trying to prove not only that he's still the man she can count on, but also that he's ready to cherish every moment. But the timing of Thomas's return threatens all of that. For Liam, the idea of Thomas hovering near Hope again is like opening a wound that never quite healed. He doesn't trust Thomas's claims of rehabilitation, and he knows that if Thomas's engagement to Paris Buckingham, Diamond White, falters, his focus could shift back to Hope in an instant. Hope Logan, always at the center. Hope's role in this saga cannot be understated. She has been the prize, the peacekeeper, and the battleground in the Liam-Thomas rivalry. Hope and Carter's complicated future. Before Thomas's return was even confirmed, Hope was already facing turbulence in her romantic life. Her relationship with Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, has been under strain, and rumors suggest that Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, could play a part in tearing them apart. If that breakup does happen, it leaves Hope vulnerable, emotionally raw, searching for stability, and perhaps once again caught between her history with Liam and the unpredictable pull of Thomas. Hope's inner conflict. Hope has always been torn between loyalty to the people she loves and her desires. With Liam, she finds familiarity, trust, even if broken, and a shared bond through Beth. With Thomas, she has experienced passion, creativity, and a connection that once scared her but also felt intoxicating. This inner conflict has always made Hope a compelling character, because no matter how hard she tries to choose stability, her heart often leads her into chaos. Liam and Thomas are once again in her orbit, ensuring a full-fledged return of that conflict. What brings Thomas back? We expect multiple storylines to tie in with Thomas's return in September. If his engagement to Paris fails, it could rekindle his unresolved feelings for Hope. At the same time, Thomas has always had a complicated relationship with his family legacy and his role at Forrester Creations. With Rich, Steffi, and others embroiled in their dramas, Thomas's homecoming could bring corporate battles as well as personal ones. But make no mistake, the centerpiece will be his renewed tension with Liam. Liam's perspective, protecting Hope versus wanting Hope. One of the most fascinating layers of this rivalry is Liam's own ambiguity. He claims to want to protect Hope from Thomas, but deep down, he may also want her for himself. His encouragement of her relationship with Carter was noble on the surface, but perhaps also a way to steer her away from Thomas, while leaving the door open for himself. Now that Liam has faced his mortality, those buried desires may resurface more strongly than ever. Could his mission to protect Hope turn into a mission to win her back before Thomas does? How this rivalry could play out. The writers possess a multitude of potential paths for this rivalry, but here are some plausible scenarios that fans might witness. 1. Hope's heart at war. As her relationship with Carter falters, Hope may find herself caught between the safety of Liam and the dangerous attraction of Thomas once again. 2. Beth at the center. Discussions about Beth have been increasing lately, and the show could use her as a catalyst. Liam may argue that Thomas's past actions make him unfit to be around Beth, while Thomas may fight to prove he has changed. 3. Steffi's role as the sister of Thomas and Liam's ex. Steffi has the potential to act as a mediator or escalate the situation further. Her perspective may carry weight in Hope's decision-making. 4. Paris and Daphne fallout. If Thomas's engagement to Paris ends because of outside interference or his unresolved feelings for Hope, it could set the stage for his obsession to return in full force. 5. A dangerous rivalry. The show has hinted before at Liam and Thomas's conflict turning dangerous. If Hope's future seems uncertain, could the rivalry escalate beyond words and into something physical or even tragic? Why fans love this rivalry? The compelling nature of Liam versus Thomas lies in its non-linearity. Both men have flaws. Both men have a history with Hope, and both men have reasons to distrust one another. Viewers are divided, with some rooting for Thomas's redemption and his love for Hope, while others stand firmly behind Liam as her true partner. This division fuels debate, social media buzz, and passionate investment in the storyline. In many ways, Liam and Thomas represent two sides of Hope's own struggle. Safety versus danger, past versus future, and reason versus passion. The road ahead. As Thomas makes his on-screen return in September, expect the rivalry to spark almost immediately. Liam won't hold back his disdain, and Thomas won't let Liam's suspicions stop him from pursuing what or who he wants. Hope will find herself once again at the eye of the storm, forced to choose, or perhaps tempted to walk away from both men altogether. But given the history, the betrayals, and the undeniable chemistry, it seems almost inevitable that she will once again be drawn into a triangle that has defined much of her adult life. Final thoughts. The Bold and the Beautiful has built some of its most iconic storylines on the foundation of love triangles and rivalries, and the Liam-Thomas feud is poised to become another unforgettable chapter. With Hope as the heart of the drama, Beth as the emotional tether, and both men unwilling to back down, the months ahead promise to be filled with emotional confrontations, shocking betrayals, and possibly even explosive showdowns. While fans may differ on who truly deserves Hope's affection, it's undeniable that this rivalry is far from concluded, and the upcoming round could significantly alter the lives of Liam, Thomas, and Hope. The return of Thomas Forrester guarantees drama, heartbreak, and passion, the very essence of the Bold and the Beautiful. You are welcome to share any video requests in the comments. I will make a video about it. Stay connected with the Glammed Rebel for all the latest updates, spoilers, and deep dive recaps. See you in the next video. Stay safe and healthy. May God protect you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell button for daily updates.